K6USY, Delta Mike 06, operating remote.
Good evening, all. K6MYC.
Hi, Mike. K6USY, 1079, operating remote from Las Vegas.
Well, you sound pretty good, Mr. Vegas man.
Yeah, it was 115 when I went to Baker, and then it started sprinkling. But hey, at least this year I didn't have to drive through a hurricane like I had to 2 years ago. I had to drive through a hurricane.
Well, it rained here too. It was a weird thing. It was 102 when it rained here yesterday. At about 2 to 4 in the afternoon, it sprinkled on us. No big deal, but it did rain, so kind of funny little stuff going on out there.
Yeah, weird monsoon moisture coming through, but yeah, it's hot here. Let's see, my phone is saying it's 100 degrees outside. I don't know, I haven't been outside for a couple hours, and I'm probably not going outside for a while. Oh, well, I might go across the street to go get some soda and stuff, but other than that, just hunkering down on the 15th floor of the hotel.
Okay. Well, for setting everything up here and getting things running. I just walked in, but we were out here earlier and turned everything on, so I guess it was ready to go when you started to have things happen. It's pretty warm here. I've got the air conditioning running behind me here, and but it's starting to get some cold air blowing out, so that's nice. It was, I don't know, 104 here today. Not terrible, but still pretty warm. We didn't get a whole lot done. I did get some of the yard work done that has been nagging to be done. Otherwise, it was kind of a lazy day. So there you are. K6USY 1079. Where's 1100 today? Is she keeping the home fires burning?
Yeah, so she's home with the kids, and I think my mother-in-law is staying over just to make it easier to get kids out of the house in the morning and whatnot. So it's usually what we do. When I'm out of town, my mother-in-law comes over and stays with my wife. So that way she at least has 2 adults in the house to deal with the 3 kids. So, alrighty, Mike, I will be here monitoring, and I'll let you roll on with the net. It's coming up to 7:30 here in a couple minutes. K6USY. I don't even know what grid square I'm in. I can tell you here in a second. I had it up on the screen. I am in Delta Mike 26. And we'll catch you later. K6USY.
Okay, very good, Darren. Thanks for checking in here. I put your wife down as a check-in in retrospect. So we've got her down here. And she's doing the duty. No question, probably keeping the home fires burning and electricity on at the house. So there you go. All right, who else do we have in here this evening? It's kind of quiet so far. Everybody's probably locked in front of their refrigerators.
KN6SR, number 432, and Bozo 1200, KN6 UKN.
KK6ZKE 704.
Okay, good evening, Terry. And good evening to Rob. Let's see. Sometime through the net, we want to ask you a question. I'm keeping a whole bunch of, I've got the old Bozo log sheets that I did from the beginning, you know, stored away here. And Judy's been making copies of your log sheets, but we didn't see any real reason for you to keep sending us the log sheets since you're doing the proper thing with them on your end. So she wanted to know if you had any reason to want the old Bozo log sheets. I won't toss them out, but I can take them out of a file cabinet where they're occupying some space and just put them in a box if you want them. Over.
I don't know. I hadn't given that much thought. I probably don't need them for anything. It'd be good to keep them, though, so we have a record that we've been on for a while in case anybody asks if we're using the frequency.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. They're all dated, of course, so they're handwritten, but they were more legible in the early days. Anyway, we'll do that. We'll get them into a box, and they won't be, I don't think we'll take the time to put them in order, but they should be in pretty close to order. You know, they might be out of order by a week or so for some reason, but other than that, it wouldn't be out of order much farther than that. Anyway, think about it, and we're trying to get some space in that room so we can do some bookkeeping and other things in there. And that we need some file cabinets. All righty. Well, I've got Candy written in here, and Brittany's written in also. By the way, you probably heard me say that. So she got her down in her honor, sort of, in Aaron's honor. Hi. And Terry, I bet you didn't go very far into the garage this weekend, did you?
No, I got out there today a little bit and cleaned some stuff up and put some other stuff together. But no, I'm staying here inside and talking on the radio.
Oh, were you getting on some HF, Ben?
No, just the nets.
Oh, okay, very good. Well, I got on 40 meters last night for the first time in about a month. And it was pretty good. The static got worse toward the end of the evening, but in the early evening going, I did make one South African contact on 40. Not that that's a big deal, but it was a real rough one. It was toward the end of his opening and also toward the end of the evening, so the static was pretty bad, but we did make it with ZS6 Charlie Queen, who was the one that listens here occasionally when he gets up. Listens to the Bozo Net. Anyway, I did work some old friends around the bend, and a couple of fellows up in Michigan, and a couple of fellows down in Georgia and Alabama and Colorado, and then all the way up into Alberta, Canada. So we made a pretty good night of it, and it wasn't bad. My head only hurt for about an hour after I stopped listening to the static. Over.
Well, roger that. But ever since I took down my simple dipole I had a couple of years back, I haven't got out real well with the new stuff.
You say you didn't get out real well with that dipole?
No, the dipole did just fine, and everybody told me it shouldn't work, but it worked great. But I put up the butternut, and it's not quite as good.
You put up a what, sir?
It's a vertical butternut, HF60, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, I would, if you could leave the dipole up there. It's nice to have a horizontal and a vertical antenna, because a lot of times the vertical will be a little better. Other times the dipole's a little better, depending on the arrival angle of the signals and directional stuff and so on. So I don't know whether you can do that or not, but the butternut, don't pass judgment on a single week or so of activity. And of course, it depends a lot on the radial system you put in for it. Over.
Yeah, I didn't put in a radial. I used a counterpoise.
Well, it's yeah, but that doesn't that takes away some performance. It does keep it cold from the standpoint of feed line, but it doesn't do much from a angular radiation standpoint. So you might. Where do you have the vertical mounted? Is it up on a roof, or is it on a mast, or where is it?
It's on a 10-foot mast and is really close up by the house.
Well, you might put a couple of radials on it for 40 and see what happens. You might be surprised.
Would you attach those at the base of the support, the 10-foot tower piece?
Well, no. Put it right at the base of the vertical, right underneath where the feed point is.
Oh, it's way up in the air.
Yeah, well, you have to, that keeps the radials high so you can walk underneath them around the yard. And probably can lay one up on the roof, and maybe you can lay them both on the roof. And I would support them on the roof, but keep them above the roof like 3 or 4 inches instead of laying them right on the asphalt or the shingles. Over.
I might give that a shot. That sounds pretty neat. I'll have to do that one of these days.
Looking out toward the west, out to the San Joaquin Valley.
We're up here in the San Joaquin Valley. Good evening, John. Put on hold on you, Terry. The guys in L.A. are calling. Let's see. I'm Bozo 47. I think we've got one other one in here that can get down to you. It's pretty early in the net procedure here. KG6USS, K6MYC, Bozo 47, over.
Yeah, how you doing, Mike? Got you loud and clear down here in the high desert. How's it going tonight?
We're doing okay. It's very warm, and I guess it's very warm for you also. About 104 today. You probably beat us, didn't you?
No, it probably got up to about 100 degrees, but it was very muggy. We had a lot of monsoonal stuff coming through here. There, copy?
Yeah, we had some of that. It rained yesterday, which was very unusual. It rained yesterday for about an hour on and off. Not much in terms of water volume, but it did make the air moist, of course, and it was kind of an unexpected thing. We get rain once every 20 or 30 years here in August, over.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, we had a good little storm blow through here yesterday morning about 10:30 or so, and yeah, it got really intense there for a while. I had to go to the other side of town, and I watched my windshield wipers disintegrate in front of my eyes.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that. Yeah, if you haven't changed it for a year or so, they rot in this summer sun. Anyway, fun stuff. Well, now you know you got to replace them anyway. So over to you, Rob, KM6SRR in the group K6MYC.
Thank you, Mike. How you doing, John? KG6USS, Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo, and Bozo 432, over. Yeah, how you doing, Rob? Got you loud and clear, too, over here in the high desert. And, yeah, I guess you guys are really enjoying the nice warm days out there. And I don't miss running up and down 99 and having to put up with that nonsense. But anyway, that's how it goes. Anyway, good signal there, Rob. KM6SRR 432. Got you on the log. Thanks for checking in. Okay, John. Yeah, my windshield didn't like that little spotty rain. It was just enough to spread the dirt around there. Anyway, we'll say 73s, KG6USS, KM6SRR. Yeah, copy the spreading the dirt around. I got the same thing. Anybody else out there in Central Valley want to check in for the Sunday night Southern California Bozo Net? Let's go.
Okay, well, is there anybody else? How about you, Mike? Are you here, WA6AAJ or Alpha Alpha 6 Sugar? I don't think, is Ken home by now? Ken should be home by now, shouldn't he, Rob?
Well, he had to go up to the mountains and fix emergency repair, and he checked into our local net from Minkler, so I'm not sure if he's quite home yet or not.
Oh, okay, so we don't have WA60YB in here yet either. So we're all alone at this point, John, but thanks for checking in anyway. Good to hear you. We didn't do very well with the Wednesday group. We had a hard time copying. And we only heard you one time, but I think you were vertical or pointed the other way or something, over.
Yeah, well, no, it's band conditions, no doubt about it. I did have an 862 just check in. 862, you still copy? Okay, anyway, I thought I had an 862 check in. We'll get you logged in if you're not hearing me. But yeah, it's been spotty at best here. Got to do a little bit more work on the antenna here, get it up a little bit higher or something. So anyway, good talking to you guys, and we'll catch you later. Bozo 831 up here in the high desert, KG6USS.
Sounds good. Very good, John. And yeah, it wouldn't hurt to get it higher. All of a sudden, at the end of that transmission, your echo or your hollow sound went away. Did you do anything different?
Nope. I'm standing right on top of the microphone here, like I'm always. So yeah, I don't know what that's all about.
Must be just band conditions that make you sound hollow when you talk to me. You get rid of the hollowness when you talk to Rob. He doesn't hear that. All righty. Take care. We'll see you perhaps Wednesday. KG6USS, High Desert, DM14, K6MYC, Mid-Central California, Delta Mike 07. Good evening.
Charlie Echo Fox, 982.
Yeah, Mike, have a good one. KG6USS, Bozo 831, and we're going to go back to the very call and connect control, Southern California.
Yeah, good evening, Daryl. Charlie Echo Fox, we've got you. KG6EF. And I'm enjoying your air conditioning again. Your turn off and turn on or removal from the AC power line fix worked. I had to fiddle with the numbers. When it came back at neutral temperature-wise, so I dropped the digits down. I guess I pushed a button that was on the downside, on the left side, and all of a sudden the air started to get cooler. So it's working nicely again. I don't know what triggered it. Must be maybe some RF got into it from me here, over.
A power surge will do that too.
Well, it's hard to get power surges out of batteries.
Well, I'm not saying that's what did it. Yeah, that's right, huh? Well, good for you. We were on generator most of the night and part of the day today.
Because of all the little fires, I guess they turned you off. There was five fires around us. Nothing was very big. I heard from CAL FIRE they were about 10 acres, but they had them under control quickly. 3 of them were west of me here, more between 240, Highway 41 and myself, or somewhere over that way. But just west of me, we had a lot of thunder and lightning. I guess you did too, over.
Roger, yes we did. I had to keep the generator going through the night because it was just so stifling in the house with no air moving.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I don't know why they would have it off all night. There wasn't any more lightning after 4 or 5 in the afternoon here.
Because they don't care. They're, you know what? I won't say dirty words on the air.
Okay, what are you paying up there for kilowatt hour?
You know what? I don't know. Tony just pays the bill, and it's not good. I know that.
Well, you might look at it. It's I get an expanded bill because of my eyesight. They put it on a larger piece of paper, but it's about 3 pages back in the bill, toward the back end, and 1 page that describes all your current charges. Electrical charge, NEM charges, I think they call them. So you might look in there. It'll be your kilowatt hour cost will be noted there. My guess is you're somewhere around 40 cents a kilowatt hour. I'm 65 now, and one of the guys that checks in here up in Grass Valley, I almost passed out. He's 78.
Wow. Well, I don't know. I know we have the CARE program, and that helps a lot on the bill.
Oh, that probably takes care of it. It might be highly distorted based on what else other people are paying in your area there.
Probably. I just don't know. But I was glad to have the generator, I'll tell you that, because it runs the little air conditioner in my window.
Yeah. Is it propane or gas?
No, this one's just gas. I could put a propane kit on it, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, I wouldn't bother if you're already set up that way. All right, well, let's see. We'll see who else is in here. should move along here. It's very warm in the shack. I've got the cold air blowing on me, but boy, oh boy, it's just not going. The hot air is blowing out, and it's really hot coming out. And I think the way the door is oriented and the pressure of the air, let me start over again. The way the wind is blowing tonight, it's blowing the air back in here from outside. So I feel the cold air blowing on me, but it seems like the room's getting warmer. Go figure. KE6, Charlie Echo Fox, K6 MIC. Who else?
KJ6TY.
583, 583, W6PYP.
W6PYP, 583. Good evening, Greg. And good evening to you, Ron, KJ6TYO1009. Good to hear you, Greg. It's been a couple of weeks, but always great to hear you in here. Go ahead down there in Visalia.
Yeah, good to hear you guys too. And yeah, I got the girlfriend is sick today, or cold anyway, so I'm trying to stay away from that. And it's hot, so I imagine you got the hot weather up there too.
Well, it was 104. Probably still 100 in the shack here. But yeah, it's warm. But it wasn't overwhelming, I don't think. Anyway, okay, how the hell do you get a cold in this weather? She probably got allergies or something.
I don't know. She calls it a summer cold, but I don't want one any time of the year, but I don't know either. I don't know anybody else that's sick, so hopefully I'm not going to get it. And yeah, we pay about 41 cents a kilowatt hour here, so about the same.
Yeah, well, 41 is typical. Because I have solar and because I'm off grid, or because I have solar, and I was sharing my solar with them. They said, it's just such a good customer. You give us any extra that you have there, we're only going to raise your rates from 50 to 65 cents a kilowatt hour, which was done about 3 months ago. Anyway, by that time we were pretty much off grid. I use it every now and then under odd conditions, but most of the time we're not taking any power from the grid. I'm just fine with that.
Yeah, shoot, that's and then so you don't have to end up paying any kind of a true up or any of that kind of stuff. Then you have enough solar.
Well, I have enough, but I've got a true up bill. This year the true up's going to be about $2,000 because we did have some usage in the early part of the year while we were still getting the system going. And then about a month ago, we had 2 days that we were working on it, and we didn't have everything quite working right. We had the loads wrong and stuff. And so 2 months, June and July, I had a $700 and $800 bill for a couple of days worth of use, over.
Holy smokes, yeah, you want to keep that solar going. Boy, I bet you the cloud yesterday really dropped your production.
Well, I didn't notice it, but it probably did. But luckily when I did get on the air last night, but I was only on for about an hour and a half on 40 meters in the evening. Didn't get do any net stuff, so that helps a little bit. But most of the power that I generate goes to the air conditioning unit, over.
Oh yeah, that's where the big draw is for everybody now this time of year is the AC unit, so yeah. Well, I feel for you. That's not good, but at least you got most of it covered with the solar. That's good.
Yeah, I can't complain. I'm not worried about it. My last year the true up was about $4,000, but it would probably be double that this year with the increased rates and stuff. Anyway, we're able to stay a little bit more comfortable by running the air conditioning. I can run the swamp cooler, but it doesn't do quite a nice a job for. If I'm in the house by myself, I would live with a swamp cooler because I don't mind if it's 80 or 82 or 83 at night. I just sleep under a very light sheet or nothing. But when I've got other people sleeping in the house, a lot of people just can't sleep if it's 80 over.
Yeah, that's pretty true. I know with the swamp cooler, though, you're adding humidity, and that's just not quite comfortable either, but at least it's livable anyway.
Yeah, the swamp cooler I noticed was starting to struggle toward the end of the day. The humidity was about 50%. We got it on one end of the house. I run the air conditioning on the bedroom end, and then the swamp cooler on the kitchen end. and that helps. I don't have to run both air conditioners that way. And swamp cooler was holding it. The air conditioning will come on at 82 or 83 if it can't, if the swamp cooler can't keep up. But it hasn't been coming on. So we get over 110, 105, 106, 108, then the swamp cooler can't hold it anymore. All right. Anyway, great to hear you, Greg. Thanks for checking in. Let me get it over to Ron. You're going to hear Ron. He's in South Fresno. He's actually in Charlie Mike 95, but just across the border. Over to you, Ron. KJ6TYO, K6MYC.
Oh, okay, real good, Mike. It's Charlie Mike 96, so I could just barely hear Greg, but I could probably get a hold of him on another band, or I could turn my antenna towards him. But anyway, all right, yeah, had to put in about 5 hours of work today, but it paid double, so we went ahead and went in there and got that done, 10 a.m. till about 2:30 p.m., so not too bad. I think we kind of beat the heat, but we got home and jumped in a cold shower, and all was well. So we'll go ahead and turn it back over to you, Mike, and have a good evening. KJ6TYO 1009.
Yeah, okay, very good, Ron. Sounds like you got your schedule wired and your temperature control wired as well. Rob, do you want to say hello to Ron?
Sure. How you doing, Ron? Making the bucks today. Good job. Good job. KJ6TYO, KM6SRR.
Yep. Somebody had to do it, so we said, hey, we'll do it. No problem. All right. Well, take it easy, Rob. Good hearing from you. KJ6TYO.
Okay, Ron. I'll try to remember about the old-time radio net tonight.
All righty. Very good. Well, we're a little late, but we're still doing okay. Who else do we have before we go over toward the Tascadero? This is K6MYC, nut control, not nut. It's net control, not nut control. Somebody said it was I was on the morning 40-meter thing, and they said I was in control of the nuts, nut control. I'll turn it back to the nut control. Thank you. We don't have any nuts here. We just got a lot of bozos. QRZ, K6MYC taking check-in.
My windshield wiper started falling apart on me. I almost had to turn around and come.
I'm hearing old John down there talking about his windshield wipers falling apart while he was driving around. Anyway, okay, I haven't heard KB6RQU now for about a week. Rob, Rick, are you in here?
Yeah, I hate when that happens. Yeah, you know.
No, he's not, but boy, KJ6 USS is sure bombing in. Okay, how about Ben? Long shot, but we'll try it, Ben. N6SWR, let's say, K6MYC. Ben doesn't check in pretty quick. I'm going to forget his Bozo number. I think it's 247.
Yeah, Roger on that, Mike. Just added 2 to yours.
I'll be darned.
All right, John, have a good one.
All right, well, let's see. I guess we're just going to have to go to a Tascadero. We haven't heard Ron for a week or so either here. Maybe we'll get Ron and Eric in here this evening. Here we go to a Tascadero.
Send me pictures. All right,
Wonder if our friend from Bodfish is on tonight. Are you on tonight for 2-meter Bozo Net, KM6SRR? Nope, Tascadero it is.
One of us, KG6USS, Bozo 830.
W6QUI, Ron, you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KM6SR with K6MYC standing by.
Oh, yeah, we've been listening. You're really loud. Seems like you're louder by the way you're pointing. Good evening, Rob. Yeah, we're here. And also Eric, too.
Boy, he's off frequency and very weak.
That was the double.
Well, I was talking to you, Ron. You're way down in signal strength, and you're also off frequency, very base, or you're way down there somewhere. So you're about 50 to 100 cycles off frequency here. W6QUI, K6MYC, over.
Oh yeah, well, I notice all you guys are on a different frequency. Have to tune around to get all of you to sound right. Anyway, good evening. Move the antenna a little bit. Hopefully that helps. So 10:55, and we're enjoying the cool weather of 82 today. So Eric's over here too, so we'll let him check in.
Okay. Good evening, Ron. And Eric, we'll wait for you to say something, but good to hear you. Yeah, you came way up. You must have had me on the first signal or something there on the antenna, Ron, but came way up on that last one, no problem. And no, well, we're not enjoying the cool weather. I guess you are. My son was over in Napomo. He said it was about 75 to 78 over there. He was busy yesterday, worked real hard yesterday digging a 100-foot trench. The trench had to be in the neighborhood of 36 to 48 inches deep, and he has lots of pipes and conduits and stuff in the trench. And he was not a happy camper. He hurt his back and he strained himself and everything, but he'll survive. But he was one mangled boy after a 100 feet of trench, and laying in the conduit and bending over and gluing the sections and all the rest of that. It's a narrow trench, you know, it's only less than a foot wide. And he's got sandy loam over there, so it keeps caving in on him. It makes it really difficult to, you get the trench dug, and then if you don't, you turn around and you look back and it's half filled itself again. It's almost like sand. Anyway, do you, Eric, KN6EIV, go ahead.
Hello, Mike. Yeah, it's been hot over here, but yeah, today was definitely cooler, and I appreciate that. I don't have any air conditioning, so it was nice to have it cooler for sure.
That's good. And maybe it'll give you a chance to do a little more work on the antennas if it stays cool outside. Anyway, good evening to you. Let me turn it over to Rob, and he'll say hello to you guys there. Over.
Hey, good evening, Eric. I talked to Ron already there. KN6EID, KM6SR. You turkey, with that cold weather, you're making me jealous.
Rob, well, yeah, it's I guess it's been hot here, though, you know, so it's nice to have one that was down where I'm, you know, Ron's up here at 82. I'm down at the bottom. It's probably like 89, I think, today. So still cool compared to what you're used to, but it's not in the hundreds anymore, which is really nice. And man, your signal is always coming in here booming.
It's that new PQL amp I got, so it's working good. I'm very happy with it. Yeah, you're hot of 89. Boy, I wish we could have that sometimes.
Yes, I'm sure. Yeah. But have you guys been in the high 90s, or has it been peaking 100 more?
100 plus.
Yeah, and what's the nighttime, you know, when you wake up in the morning, what's the temperature?
Well, lately with the hundreds, it doesn't get much below 73 or 74 or something like that.
No, 74, 75, and it was still 90 last night at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, so that's where we really, it's really nice over here, because it will drop, if it gets, well, through the heat, it was down in the 53, 54, and then, as you know, starts rising, and it got up to about 62, I think, was the highest I got. So I know without any air condition, if it's above 60, it's going to be hot in the house. You know, the house is turned up to be 80 degrees in the house till about to about 10 o'clock last night.
So you're not running heat in the house, that's just what it collects?
Yeah, I'm not running heat. That's, you know, we don't have any air conditioning, so
what will happen is I'll open up the house, the whole house at night, and in the morning I close it up, and the house will, get down to inside the house will be about 61, 64. That one time recently it was 68, so I knew it was going to be kind of a bummer. But that's what you do.
My heat comes on in the house if it goes down to 68. Okay, wow. Anyway, good deal. Good to hear you. And I'm glad you're at least enjoying that cooler weather over there. We had rain yesterday, a little freaky rainstorm here. There's a lot of monsoon stuff going on. They have quite a bit in L.A. and all around, and a lot of firecracker work here. There was lightning hits all over, and 5 fires within 10 miles of me. Little tiny fires. They got them out right away, but the lightning was hitting the ground and starting grass fires. Luckily, most of them they got taken care of very quickly. There's one big fire up in California in Napa Valley. I guess it's 8,000 acres so far, and it's only about 14% controlled. Otherwise, we're doing pretty good this year in California. It sort of makes up for the debacle of last year with the Pacific Palisades. Feel sorry for those folks. They still don't have building permits or anything. The government's just running them through the ringer down there. They didn't get paid. Their mortgages aren't being paid. The insurance companies and the mortgage places are still charging the people for houses that don't exist, and yada yada. It's horrible. Some people down there in bankruptcy because of what's happened. There's no help in sight. So California is not a friendly place to be if you're in the fire area. It's nice to keep water in reservoirs so that they have water in the fire hydrants. I think that's a good idea. Okay, enough of that. Good evening to you. Over to you, Ron, for a wrap. KWS6QUI. We'll see you probably maybe Tuesday, if nothing else, on 1296 K6MYC.
Okay, very good, Mike. Well, I hope somebody shows up. There wasn't anybody there last week, but I was here. Heard one weak station. I'm not even sure who it was. I guess Bill wasn't on that night. Anyway, I try riding them home. Okay. So yeah, we get the ocean influence here, which really helps. Right now it's a nice cool breeze from the west. It's taking the temperature down pretty good at the moment. All right. Well, I hope the fires don't cause any serious issues over there. We've had some locally here that they got under control, and there was the big Clifford one, or whatever it was called. That was a massive one. That was terrible. Started with a blowout on a car running on the rim on Highway 166. It took a lot. Took what? I forget how many acres, but many acres, and it was creeping north all the time. Did a lot of damage, I think. Okay, 736. We'll see you when. Let's see. Yeah, this Wednesday. Last Wednesday, of course, was the third Wednesday, so I wasn't here. And I will be on Tuesday if anybody else is on over there. Wish we had a better path, but that's the way it goes, Mike. AM6 or K6MYC, W6QUI.
K6MYC, WP6, AM6.
Yeah, okay, I hear you, Dane. Stand by, 107. Got you down. Okay, Ron. I think Bill was out of town. His brother was in or doing something with his brother, and I don't know where Mike was, but both of them were not on Tuesday for some reason that I recall. Or we looked for you, but we didn't hear you. I can't remember. Rob, do you remember if Mike didn't he call down there for Ron on Tuesday last week?
I'm not sure. He was on with us. I hadn't logged into our net, so he was there, but Bill was gone.
Now, there's one station I heard, and I called. In fact, I couldn't even, he was so weak I couldn't get a call out of him. So, with my low power, I'm not going to break through that.
Yeah,
been, Mike. I know he's got a preamp and an amplifier on 1296, so he should be doing okay. He's in Clovis, so he has a little better shot at you than we do here, Ron. Over.
Okay. Well, anyway, I couldn't get a call. It was very, very weak. I suspect he was pointed south or something, trying to work the guys down there. Oh, well, I'll keep trying. And as far as I know, I should be here Tuesday.
Well, I think Bill will be back. Bill's usually not here on Sunday night, but he'll be back. He likes 1296, and he's always on when he's home, or he doesn't have company or something. All right, 7-3s, guys. W6QUI and KN6EIV. Guess who checked in last week to make amends for you guys that were missing? KB6WRW checked in with a whale of a signal. He was mobile up here, coming out of the mountains, and he checked in, almost blew me off my seat. Over.
Oh, that was neat.
Yeah, that was good. We were quite surprised to hear him. So that was a good check-in. Anyway, I've got a local check-in here. Let me pick up Dane. Dane, where are you? I think you're home by now. You sound like you're home. WB6JNP, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, K6MYC. WB6JNP, portable Shaver Lake. No, we're still up at Shaver.
Oh, much louder than normal, though. That's good. I must have you in a good spot with the antenna. I'm pointed away from you. I'm pointed still toward Atascadero. And I'll start moving towards Santa Cruz now. Rob, can you hear Dane there?
Oh, yeah. Usually I don't hear very well unless I point at him, but I'm picking it up a little bit right now. Good evening, Dane. WB6JMP, KM6SRR.
Okay, KM6SRR, WB6JMP. Yeah, Rob. Yeah, signals sound good. You and Mike are running about the same S5, S6, so, you know, and I know how the beams are at his place. So you can drop into a null and not even know it. And it's almost like a little wind sway on the tower, and all of a sudden you jump back up. So it was fun working a lot of 13 gig microwave stuff, because if the towers would twist or sway more than about a half a degree, you were generally about 20 dB down. So just the wind sway on the towers were unbelievable. And because of that, I also realized it happens with any sharp antenna.
Well, I haven't had any. We had a funny little wind yesterday when it was raining here. We had that little rainstorm that came up at a little after 2 o'clock and went to about 4 o'clock. Intermittent, but we had some little tornadoes or twisters that came through. One of them came through the yard. Most things were unaffected, but it blew tons of leaves and pine needles and stuff into the pool, knocked over a ladder, which was in line with that had been put by the mast at the south end of the property here. And I had it propped up against the mast in a very benign place, sheltered on two sides, but the twister got it and threw it about 10 feet. And then it blew an umbrella over that hasn't moved for months. So it was a funny little twister, but the biggest problem was all the crud in the pool. I took out pine needles and pine needles and pine needles and pine needles today while I was cooling off in the pool. So much for that. Okay, you're doing fine, and I'm now pointed at Santa Cruz, so we'll take a standby and see if those boys are over there this evening. KW6S and or AF6 United, or the other one, I can't remember his call there in Watsonville, K6MYC.
73.
K6MYC, KW6S, 610.
Okay, we got you, and somebody else. What was it, Devin? Is it Jevin, your call sign again? Somebody else checked in. It wasn't Jevin. I got 610. Who was the other one? Somebody said something right along with you, Tom.
Well, I obviously didn't hear him because I was talking, but yeah, I don't hear anybody now.
Neither do I. But it was quite loud. Every bit as loud as you were. anyway, good to hear you. And we're here. We had a pretty good weekend, kind of a non-eventful weekend, I guess, is the best way you could put it. Assuming you didn't get too wrapped up in the news and all the boring stuff of people like Bolton and all the bad boys doing naughty things in the early days. Blackie's in here and making love to Judy. Judy's in, she's sitting here, and the cat just immediately came right in and sat in her lap. She can't do anything with the log. He's just missing her. You're missing your Judy. She hasn't been out here lately, has she? I'm surprised she's out here, but we've got the air conditioning going, so that's at least helping a little bit. Anyway, thank you, Tom. Let's see if Lee is there. AF6 United, how about it, Lee? K6MYC.
K6MYC, AF6 United, the countdown Bozo, 1098. I am here, and boy, the squall line that came through that area extended all the way from Southern California up to the Lake Tahoe area through Yosemite. I mean, that was one heck of a line of thunderstorms and convective activity out there yesterday. So I'm not surprised you had stuff flying around in the air there with the winds and whatnot. Go ahead.
Well, it was very much a thin line. I mean, I was 20 feet on either side of it, and I didn't notice any wind at all. But this wind was strong enough to pick ladders up and throw it. It was a twister. We get them here. It's been several years since we've had any number of them, but it's also been several years since we've had the little lightning and thunderstorms that we had, which started about 10 fires in the local area here. Nothing that they couldn't put out right away, which was good, but we did have lots of very close thunderclaps and very loud noises. I couldn't see the flashes because the sky was all cloudy, but boy, it was hammering us from about 2 to 3 or 2 to 4 in the afternoon yesterday. And it rained, kept making the pavement wet, and then the pavement would dry, and then it would start raining again for a few minutes. The pavement would get wet almost, and then it would dry. It did about 4 times in 2 hours. So it was really intermittent. I guess they had hail in Coarse Gold and a couple of other places. So it was quite a bit of little activity up there. All right, Lee, back to you, and then you can shoot it over to Tom. AF6 United, K6MYC.
Yeah, well, once again, I'm glad I don't live in that area because I think that there were some places that got hit pretty hard. There were some flash flood watches up and down the state there and things like that. So, and what I was looking at, I have an app on my phone called Windy, and that shows, that not only shows the weather radar and whatnot that a lot of the other apps do, it also has this thing that when a lightning thing goes off, it creates a flash on the screen, but it also buzzes the phone. So there were just lightning strikes that were going on up and down through that whole line of thunderstorms, and the phone was just going. It was kind of entertaining, but it was a little bit scary from the standpoint of all the dry grasses and stuff like that you folks have, and then getting up. It actually went up into the mountains there, and I didn't hear about any big fires, so I'm happy about that. But anyway, K6MYC from AF6 United. I'll turn it over to KW6S. Go ahead, Tom.
Thanks, Lee. Yeah, this brings back a lot of bad memories for me. When I was farming in Fresno, we'd start putting the raisins down, usually about August 16th, and they'd take about 10 days on the ground. And anything over, probably a quarter of an inch of rain would destroy the crop. So it was pretty stressful for the month of the last half of August and all of September, because we'd usually finish picking about the 24th of September, and so until those got at least in the paper rolls, we really had to hang in there. Now with the mechanized It's not much better, but at least you can pick them a lot faster and do a much bigger effort to put all of your eggs in one basket, which I never thought was a good idea either, but it seems to have worked out the last few years when we were mechanical harvesting. Anyway, AF6U, KW6S, back to you, Mike.
Okay, how about you, Rob? Are you copying either one?
Yeah, I'm hearing a few words from Lee. How you doing, Lee? I think you can hear me. AF6U, KM6SRR. And yeah, Tom's booming in here. Sounding good, Tom. KM6SRR.
Tom, did you get that, or did you not recognize that he turned it back to you?
I got it. I thought he was turning it over to Lee.
Well, he probably didn't turn to Lee because he can't hear Lee very well. He's intermittent. So anyway, that was just for you.
Well, very good, Rob. Yeah, you're booming in here tonight, too. Maybe I'm just getting confused on different bands because it seems like, well, maybe it is just 2 meters. You just come in here just booming in. And 432 and 1296 are a little more of a struggle. But we usually make it, no, I think we have trouble on 1296. I don't know if we've done 1296. I'll have to check that. KM6SRR, KW6S.
Yeah, Tom, I don't think we've done 1296. Mine doesn't do very good there. 432 is kind of hit and miss, but I think I have heard you a couple times there. Over.
Being heard in daily.
Yeah, scanning through. I keep a log every night. So
I hear the other voice. Stand by.
I've got a lot of you on here, but I'm back a couple of years and I don't see any 1296. So maybe we've never made it on the net, at least on 1296. We'll have to keep trying on that. KM6SR, KW6S.
Okay, Tom. Yeah, you're probably running smoke on 1296. I've got a little bit when my feed line wants to cooperate. It was giving me a high SWR reading towards the wintertime. Now I think it's doing okay, so I'm probably putting out about, 200 watts or so. Over.
Yeah, I'm probably putting about 600 into the coax and probably getting up to the antenna with, 250 or so. But that's, I just didn't plan ahead on the coax. It's LMR 600, and I probably should have went something better.
Yeah, that's what I use on mine, but I've only got about 58 feet of coax. Yeah, LMR 600, and I go all the way. Even made a loop with it, and I think that's where my trouble's coming from.
Yeah, I've got LMR 400. No, I've got the LMR 600 all the way to the amplifier, but it goes up to the top of the tower, which is 100 feet, and then I've got a preamp there for receive, and then there's probably another 20 feet of LMR 400. So I've got some loss there, but I'm still surviving, I guess. KM6SR, KW6S.
Okay, Tom. Yeah, you didn't say how far away the tower is from your shack, but we'll probably do that another time. I think Mike wants to get on with the net. KM6SRR.
That's all right. Good to have that dissertation. And one of these days you guys will make it. And, of course, Rob's got a long ways to go in improving his station, and just in terms of the antenna location, that'll make the biggest difference. All right, KM6SRR, KW6T, AF6 United. There was another breaker that came in with you, Tom, again. So let's see who that other voice is. K6MYC. Go ahead to check in.
KE6QR, Charlie Mike 88.
Okay. Boy, weak because I'm not pointed at you. KE6QR. Are you home or are you still up in Arlington? Over.
I'm home, and that wasn't me you tried earlier, but you're coming in so good, I thought I'd snag you now while I had the opportunity.
Okay.
on at Isleton. I had 2 of your loops that I bought from you up on a ladder and only had 50 watts. But I was hearing stuff, and I was also using your YouTube live feed, so that kind of helped out some too. Anyway, thanks for letting me check in. KE6QR, Bozo 177.
Well, we're happy to have you. And I moved antenna, so you should be hearing me a lot better now. You were right on the edge of readability, but it was just because I didn't have the pattern at you. But much better now there, Gary. And fine on the loops. No, they work pretty well. I think overall it was a lot of band conditions that were involved. When you're up that far, and if you don't have a really good location or the loops weren't very high, that would be a big factor. If you could get them on the top of an overpass near you, probably would have made a huge difference. All right, thanks for checking in, Gary. Always good to hear you. And I'm in sort of the bottom end of the Bay Area, so who else is hearing me in the Bay Area? Please come now, K6MYC.
Quebec Romeo, 1189, Patterson.
1189. I heard that only, but I didn't get the call. Who's 1189?
KO6 IQR, Mario. I'm in Patterson.
Oh, okay. Very good. Well, I'm not quite toward you there. Give me the call again, if you would. 1189, and what was the handle? My name is Mike, of course. Over.
Kilo Oscar 6, India, Quebec, Romeo. Over.
Okay, Kilo India 6 IQR. Is it Kilo India 6 India Queen Radio?
Kilo Oscar 6, India, Quebec, Romeo.
I got it. Kilo Oscar 6 India Queen Radio. Very good. And what was the name again?
The name is Mario. Usually out of Anaheim, but I'm up here in Patterson. I'll be up here for about a year-long project, so I'll be listening in from Central Valley. Over.
Oh, okay, Mario. So where are you from originally? That's probably why I don't recognize you. But good to have you, and we're happy to have you check in. And I'll be more aware of your situation next time. I'll be more on top of it. Where is your basic home base from? Over.
Well, normally I'm coming out of Southern California, Anaheim. That's my home QTH, Anaheim, California, and I usually try to check in down there, but I'm up here for a year-long project. I'll be moving to Turlock here in about a week into a home there, so I'll probably have a little bit more of a permanent setup now than my mobile. I'm using 50 watts right now.
Hey, little flutter, are you building your own home or are you building somebody else's house? What is your project? Is that building a home?
No, we're doing demolition of the power plant there at the Stanislaus Fink landfill. Over.
Okay, what was the power station? Was it nuclear or something else?
Yeah, we're doing demolition of the power station at the Fink County landfill.
Yeah, but I'm asking you, what was the power station? What was its energy source? Over.
Well, they used to receive and burn trash and generate power by burning trash. So California kind of shut that down.
Okay. Who was the name of the agency that shut it down?
County of Stanislaus shut it down in conjunction with the California Environmental Protection Agency.
Okay, I'm missing the word. The reason I want to know this is because I want to know who's controlling this crap and shutting down all the power sources in California. It seems like this one probably was dirty, maybe, but may have been able to be cleaned up rather than tearing it down. Seems like a year-long project is spending an awful lot of money to get rid of power sources. Seems like the wrong way to go there, Mario. Anyway, just if you can say it slowly, what's the name of the agency, along with the Stanislaus County people that are shutting you down again? What is it called again?
Well, the private company that was running
he's saying it's the California EPA
they were
in
shut
Stanislaus
down
County.
by the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, and they lost their status, so it just was not profitable, so they decided to close it down, but they were pushed out. Over.
Okay, and what made it, if it was profitable in the beginning, what happened? Do you have any history on it? Can you give me a little lowdown on why it became non-profitable? They make it so regulatory they couldn't do anything?
Yeah, affirmative. They, the EPA basically pulled all the credits and subsidies. Therefore, they were basically running on their own. They couldn't raise the tonnage rates as far as receiving trash, which is where they made their money mostly, along with like government subsidies and credits. So when the EPA basically pulled all that money, it put them in the red, and they lost their status through the county as far as a clean facility. So they just didn't have the money to maintain it. They weren't getting subsidies, and there were some political things going on. California doesn't like to burn stuff, so I think there was a lot of that going on, some political stuff coming from the Capitol.
Yeah, I know. It's sometimes it's correct and sometimes it isn't. I have a feeling that it was done for political reasons more than anything, and then environmentalists get their fingers into this, and then you got a loss of logic. My son lives in Patterson, and he was just here a couple of days ago. He may or may not be aware of this, but his power bill is very low because I think he got power from that source. But he was only paying 5 or 6 cents a kilowatt hour. They could have charged a lot more if that's where he was getting his power. Anyway, I'm thanking you for your information, Mario, and maybe if you continue to check in, I may have a few more questions for you. And I'm particularly close to the subject because my son lives there in Patterson, and I can ask him about it as well. So I'm really disturbed by some of the stuff that California is doing, more than disturbed when it comes to environmental stuff. They are so off base that it's pathetic, and it's going to kill the state if they don't get their head straight. The EPA has been cordoned down a little bit by the current administration, but they're still maybe a little bit out of control there. But it sounds like this place may not have ever been profitable based on just leaving it alone on its own to make money. If it was being augmented and enhanced, its payments were being enhanced by government agencies, maybe it wasn't a profitable situation anyway. That's yet to be found out. I'll keep poking around on it. Thanks so much for your information, Mario. K6MYC continuing on with the net, and thanks Mario. Were you copying that, Rob?
Just your side, Mike, but I did hear it a little bit on the stream. I turned it up.
Okay. Yeah, you're not being heard by a lot of people from Patterson there, but I'm sure you're probably going to maybe improve the station just a little bit if you're going to be there a full year. What are you running right now, Mario? Just quickly, you have antennas and power?
Yeah, K6MYC, K06IQR. I am currently, I'm in my truck. I'm on my my Comet antenna, but I'm running the 991 Alpha in my truck. So that's probably why. It's only 50 watts. As soon as I get it to the home in Turlock, I'm going to put something else up, and I'll bring some stuff from SoCal with an amp and a little bit more juice. Try to get up higher in the air so people can hear me. Over.
Well, you mainly just need to get horizontal. If you're on a Comet, you're vertically polarized, and this whole net is all vertical, is all horizontal. I don't think I have only vertical capability at my other station here at the other end of the property. I have two stations, so I can bounce back and forth if I have problems with one, since I'm the net control, Mario. But normally I don't run vertically polarized because very, very few people check in. And usually I can still hear you, see? I'm on top of a hill with a 19-element Yagi at 100 feet, and I'm running 1,500 watts, so you hear me okay. Anyway, yeah, anything horizontal would help, a whole loop or a quad loop or a little tiny cubicle quad or something like that would be a wonderful improvement. Just get horizontal, it'd be booming. Everybody would hear you then. A lot of guys are listening on this stream, and I'm sure there's a lot of guys in California that are interested in what you're telling us about the Stanislaus Power Station shutdown there. All right, thanks, Mario. Let's see who else. We had 2 or 3 other check-ins. Sorry to keep you guys waiting, but that was very pertinent. I wanted to find out what he was really involved in there. K6MYC looking into the Bay Area for Bozo check-ins. Over.
KB6 BFC 775.
Okay, I got 775. Good evening to you, Mike. Nice strong signal. I don't think I'm quite pointed at you. We'll take it. What does that say, Judy? What's the heading?
293.
Oh, I am. I'm pointed right at you. No wonder I hear you so good. I think I kept bumping it up to get Patterson a little bit better there. Good evening, Mike. Take one. Over.
Good evening to you and the group. K6MYC, KB6 BFC. I was hearing KM6SRR when he was pointed towards Santa Cruz, so that was a new one for me. But anyways, nothing new here. It's the same old, 58 degrees, and it's either overcast or cloudy. I can't tell the difference. But back to you, KB6 BFC.
Okay, fine, Mike. Well, it's 100 degrees here, probably 95 in the shack at the moment, although we do have the air conditioning on. Jody's in the background here, we're trying to stay cool, and but it's very, very warm in the shack here. And it was 104 here today, so you better be loving your 68 degrees there, or whatever you said it was. Thanks for checking in. Good to hear you. And let's see if Rob got any of that. Rob, he said he was hearing you when you were pointed towards Santa Cruz, Rob. KM6SRR with KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie in Daly City, K6MYC.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. No, I wasn't hearing him. Hang on a minute.
It's probably because you turned upward away from there. He probably got into the fog on the coastline. See, he's on the coast there in Daly City. I wouldn't doubt that's his signal. Sometimes he comes in like a ton of bricks pointed for me when I point at Santa Cruz. And I think it's because he links down to Santa Cruz area and then sneaks through the hills from that direction. So that may be it. And let's see if he heard anything on that transmission. Mike, did you copy Rob that time? Over.
Yeah, I was hearing him in there faintly, but of course when he was pointed at Santa Cruz, he was much stronger.
Okay. You want to give it an experiment, Rob? You want to have Mike give you a call for 10 seconds and you point back towards Santa Cruz and see if he comes through, over?
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd go for that, sure.
Okay, Mike, why don't you make a turn or just call for 10 or 15 seconds, KM6 Sugar Radio, and let Rob turn towards Santa Cruz, and then if he's hearing you, I'll be able to hear you, I'm sure, and I'll follow you and I'll help him with your overs, over?
Roger, roger. All right, here we go. KM6SRR, KM6SRR. This is Kilo Bravo 6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Charlie Mike 87. Now copy. Over.
Over, Rob. Did you hear anything that time?
No, I swept the whole way. I've got the stream real low, and I think I heard a little bit there. But nope, I swept the whole way past, down even to where I get Lee, and I didn't hear him.
Okay, well, are you still pointed that way? Let's see if he's copying you better now.
Yeah, I'm pointing to where I was talking to Tom there. KB6 WFC, this KM6SRR.
KM6SRR, KB6 WFC. I hear you, but you're pretty faint, over.
He's copying you fine, Mike. Rob.
Yeah, I heard a few faint words in there, so there's the start of a path anyway.
Yeah, that's good news. So, Mike, he's running about 1,500. Rob is running the PQL amp 12 to 1500 out, so that's probably why he's getting to you better than you're getting to him. You're running about 100, aren't you, Mike?
No, it's 500 in the shack, 10-element beam out in the yard.
Yeah, okay. That's just probably a power differential thing. He was hearing bits and pieces of you, so there's a path there, but just isn't quite good enough at low power. That's what power does. Boy, you can burst through on things that you just shouldn't be able to make at all. All right, thanks for the check-in, Mike, and the information. I'm sure that's interesting for Rob there. Let's see, who else do we have in the Bay Area? K6MYC Bozo Net.
Oh, Whiskey Bravo.
W6PQL.
India 1090.
I got you, Gary. 1009, or 1090, I should say. We also have a 1009. He's in Charlie Mike 96 here, just west of DM06 in the Fresno area generally. But he's 1009 and you're 1090. How are you doing this evening? And I think there was still another couple of check-ins with you, so we'll keep it short. KB6 or WB6 WMI K6MYC.
Very good, Mike. You got it. And I want to tell you, I did hear Mike from Daly City. He was, about, I guess Q4, using that term, but I could hear every word he was saying. So that was nice. And also, I know you have plenty of these guys on this evening, so I want to personally thank your net control group there for pulling me out of the weeds on the 432 contact on Thursday when you're at dinner. They heard me and checked me in, and that was direct. No help. They heard me without help. Anyway, Mike, I'll let you pass it along and have a nice evening. K6MYC WB6 WNI 1090.
Okay, very good, Gary. Let me ask Rob who it was that heard you. Rob, do you remember which one of you guys heard Gary there? 1090 WB6 WNI?
Not sure. We had like 4 of us doing the net control, and there's times where only one of us heard anything, so we were kind of diffused all over the frequencies there. Over.
Yeah, was Mike in there with you?
Yeah, we had Mike, we had Bill, we had John, K6MI, and Aaron. So there was a lot of us, and we needed everyone to pull it together.
Okay. K6 Mexico, Italy, Gary. Alpha 6 Sugar was the other one. WA6 Alpha Juliet was another one that might have heard you. Did any of those calls ring a bell, Gary?
Oh, absolutely. Of course, the K6MI and the Alpha 6 Sugar, and of course all of them, Mike. But I think Bill actually called me back. But he may have heard it from someone else. But it was great. Anyway, it was great. So I'll say 73 and let you move on with the net there. K6MYC, and thanks to everybody.
Kilo 6 Victor Bravo Golf 971.
090.
Okay, very fine, Gary. And Dave, I've got you 971. Hang on. Fine and dandy, Gary. Well, all of them have pretty good stations. Alpha 6 Sugars are all the way down in Visalia, but he's got good ears down there. And WA6 AHA's in Clovis, he's got good ears. K6MI has also got good ears and a good station when he points toward you. Many times he does not run power, checks in at really low power, so he's not always big signal, but he must have had everything lit up for the net there, which was helpful. That's good. Okay. Well, I'm glad you made it, and that's a tribute to your effort there getting the 432 station working as well as it is. 73 Gary, good evening. WB6 WNI, KYC clear, and anybody else in the Bay Area, please check in now.
AB6SR.
Yeah, good evening, Stan. AB6NSR 807 with a Merlot in his hand and not an 807, K6MYC.
K6MYC, AB6SR 807.
Didn't forget you, Dave. Hang on.
Judy as well there. I heard her earlier. you're a great signal here, and Rob is probably the loudest I've ever heard him up here. So if he's not hearing me, do tell him that. We had a pretty cool day today, 79 maximum for us, and it's about 69 outside now, so we're just loving it. The air conditioning came on for dinner time, but other than that, windows are open and we're not getting any smoke from Calistoga area here in Los Gatos, certainly not at the moment. Nothing much else. No, nothing much else at all. I've had some lazy times. A new laptop coming tomorrow, so I'll have to configure that. That'll take a day or two. Well, maybe more than that for an old man like me. Anyway, nothing new here. Back to you. Hope you and Rob are doing well, and I hope your dinner on, I think, Thursday, your celebration dinner went really well. K6MYC, AB6SR in Los Gatos.
AB6SR, K6MYC, and Judy says hi. Big thumbs up to you, big signal. And let's see if Rob is copying. Rob, you hearing Stan tonight?
Oh, yeah, just barely. I'm hearing him. I get a little bit of noise over that way now, but, yeah, Aaron texted me and says, I better turn my amp on. Well, it's been on, but I don't know which direction to point for Las Vegas. Anyway, good to hear you, Stan. AB6SR, KM6SR.
Yeah, you're the loudest I've ever heard you, Rob. So, Mike, if you'd pass that message on to Rob.
Well, that was Rob talking. He's got it. He's hearing you.
Yeah, we've got good propagation tonight.
Jolly good.
Okay, thank you, Stan. That's good news. Rob's happy, and so are we. And we should get some more check-ins here. There's still some other people in the Bay Area, but we've been so long-winded tonight, we may be losing people. So let me take one more check for the Bay Area, and then we'll come back later if there's anybody that wants to continue to try to check in. JNN, PQL, KLY, AXX, at least a few that are missing. K6MYC.
WA6AXX 773, no traffic, and hello to Judy. Go ahead, Mikey.
Okay, Judy says hi, Ed. And again, she appreciates all the stuff that you sent. We're still pouring over it from time to time.
Golf, Yankee. Yeah, very good. Okay, and Stan, I hope you're getting an Apple MacBook Air M4. I hope that's what you're getting, Stan. Stan, are you still there?
No, it's not. I worked for Apple for 15 years from 1982, but I'm on Windows now. I do have a MacBook Pro that I use because of the nice display, but getting a LG Gram 16-inch laptop this time for Windows. Dell just clapped out on me, so it was a Windows 11 machine, so yeah, that's the story. Back to you.
Yeah, okay. I got a MacBook Air M4 a few weeks ago, and it's just gorgeous. So, well, good luck with your Windows machine. Okay, back to Mikey, K6MYC, WA6AXX.
Okay, thanks, Ed. Very good. Big signal tonight. You're just crushing me over here so loud.
Good evening, Ed. WA6AXX, KM6SR. Yes, I've got good copy on you tonight, too, there. Over.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, you're about, well, it's the S9-ish, so good signal. KM6SRR, WA6AXX. Back to Mikey.
Okay, Ed. Thanks for being there. KM6SR. Back to Mike.
Okay, very good. So who else do we have? Where's W6PQL tonight? K6KLY? AB6BA? Okay, well, we got 1 out of 4 or 5 here. Thanks again for checking in, Ed. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow night on 1296. That would be good. We're getting 24, 25 check-ins a night on 1296, so it'd be good if you can check in and get that number even higher. 73. I'm going to squeeze over to Oakley. One last call while I'm rotating for Bay Area stations. K6MYC Bozo Net. Check in, please. I'm pointed sort of toward Oakley. N6, NR6, N6RO, K6MYC. N6 Radio Oscar, probably worn out from the Hawaii contest. Worn out from watching sports. Or he's cooking dinner, one or the other. N6RO, nobody there? How about KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima? How about you, John? KD6 WVL. Where am I pointed, Judy? Yeah, somebody keyed the mic. Who was that?
KD6 WVL 1179.
Oh, that's who we were waiting for. I don't hear Ken N6RO in there this evening, but he'll probably be in sooner or later. So how are you doing? Is it warm up here today, wasn't it?
Oh, it was pretty warm, that's for sure. Yeah, you caught me kind of asleep at the wheel there. I was multitasking.
I can multitask. I can brush my teeth and smile at the same time.
I hear you. I hear you. No, you're sounding good. Everybody's sounding good tonight.
Yeah, Span's in really, really good shape. Everybody's just pounding in here. We haven't had any weak signals. There's been no such thing as a weak signal tonight. So much for the weak signal net, huh?
Oh, for sure, it sounded good. The sad thing is that's the only activity I ever hear. I'm out here every night calling on 200. I never hear anybody.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, there will be more people on in a couple of weeks here, 2 or 3 weeks. September 10 is the ARRL contest, and 210 will light up. So if you don't give up on it and can remember how to get back to 144-200, you'll get lots of callers and lots of action. And it pretty much steady through the weekend. There'll be little lulls around dinner times and things, but basically contest starts at 11 in the morning and goes until 8 o'clock Sunday evening, 11 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, straight through to 8 o'clock Sunday evening, and we do not have a net on 2 meters that night. So this net on September 10 or 11, whenever it is, a Sunday there, will not have a 2-meter net, but we'll be on the band, but we'll be just taking calls from people and working people on both this frequency and on 200, wherever we can find them. 86 WVL, K6MYC for your final, Larry. John, sorry.
Good evening, John. KD6 WVL, KM6SR. I'm hearing you good tonight there, so you're getting out.
Oh, you're sounding good here, too. I hear you all the time, too. You and Mike are pretty comparable. All right, well, thanks for the check-in. You and Judy have a good evening, and we'll talk to you guys later. KD6 WVL.
Okay. Got somebody, I think, in Patterson that's pretty close to you there. He's just going to be up. I don't know if you heard him earlier. Did you hear the guy in Patterson? I think it was KI6OQT, or for gosh sake, I forgot the call sign already. Anyway, did you hear him in Patterson tonight, there, John?
You know, I heard him on the feed. I'm pointing the opposite direction, so I didn't hear him on the antenna, but I heard him on the feed.
Okay, well, maybe he's going to get horizontal, so he'll be a lot easier to copy. Looks like he's going to be on that job site for about a year, which is quite unusual. It takes a year to tear down a power station that was just burning trash and making power. Maybe they're also packing it up and moving it to some other place where they can make money off of it. I hope so. I'd like to know more about that. My son lives in Patterson, so I'm going to find out what he can find out about it.
Sounds like quite an undertaking.
Yeah, if it's going to take Mario a year to get it torn down, my God. They're spending more money than they could. Trump would have it built from brand new and scratch in 6 months, and it takes him a year to tear it down. What a boondoggle.
Oh, that's for sure. But we're going to have a high-speed rail here in about 20 years.
Yeah, we'll add another 20 to that, and you'll probably be right on target. By that time, we'll be able to figure out how to do it anti-gravity-wise and won't read any rail.
Yeah, it won't be high speed, though.
RO.
Hey there, who is that?
N6RO.
That's who we wanted to get in here, N6RO. Good evening, Ken, good to hear you. 835, go ahead.
Roger, K6MYC and 6RO, Bozo 835 in Charlie Mike 97DX. I'm also operating the Hawaii QSO party at this moment, but it ends in about 10 minutes, so I had my volume down on this band while trying to copy some of the other guys on 40. Anyway, dinner was leftover fish, a bit of halibut and mahi-mahi. And what was the veg? Spinach. And let's see, contest-wise, we have 126 contacts in Hawaii on 4 different modes, and that's the highest score that's ever been done. 2 operators, 2 radios, and 6RO.
Oh, and only 126 contacts. Boy, that doesn't say much for the Hawaiian quantity, does it?
You're right on. It's not very well promoted or organized, and it goes on too long. But I won't get into details. We're trying to fix it next year.
Yeah, good. Well, I know you'll win it. I can hear the CW going in the background, by the way.
That's Lloyd, K6LC, who's got a big station. He's got about 2,300 contacts.
Okay, well, how can you win it with 106?
Because they work everybody. We only work Hawaiians.
Oh, I see. I got it.
They have a nice trophy. It's a miniature surfboard. I've got 4 of them, and we decided to use Nian's call WU6P in this so he could have one of those trophies.
Oh, very good, very good. All right, well, a little luck for you tomorrow with a full rundown on activities there. I did not get on. I was on 40 last night, but nobody called me. I guess nobody heard me off the back of the beam on 40. Over.
On phone, I guess.
Yeah, I was on phone, but I was on from about maybe 8:30 to 9:30.
Yeah, there wasn't that much phone activity in this one. Quite a bit of FT8. I think we had nearly 50 FT8 contacts. I didn't do any of those. All I did was analog with my secondary antennas, and Nian had all the stacks. But we're happy with the results so far.
Yeah, very good, very good. All right, we'll let you go. I'm a little bit late here, so let me move right on, and we'll see you tomorrow night on the other 2 bands, Ken. N6RO. Rob, did you want to say anything to Ken before we move? K6MYC.
Sure. How you doing, Ken? N6RO, KM6SR. Hey, thanks for being there last Thursday. We sure appreciated that. And I forgot to congratulate you on winning that contest the other night. Anyway, KM6SR, standing by.
Yeah, good show. And thanks for calling. Good signal also. 99 to all, N6RO, QSY.
7-3. Anybody else before we go to Sacramento? K6MYC, Bozo Net.
711, K6MI, checking in.
Good evening, John, and thanks for the help with the boys on Thursday night there when I wasn't there.
Great fun.
6. We ought to be there less. And you guys have lots more fun if I'm not calling the net nut. I hear 756. Go ahead, Darren, and I'll get the antenna your direction. Go ahead, Darren.
Oh, very good, Mike. Kilo Juliet 6, Kilo Foxtrot Bravo 756.
And let me put you on hold just 1 second, Darren. Dave, K6BBG, I don't know if you're still in the shack. I had you on hold, and we got wrapped up in another 1 or 2 conversations with Mario, and I forgot you. I don't know if you're still there or not. K6BBG, K6MYC. Well, he probably went in because it's too hot out there in the shack. Okay, I at least wanted to give it a try. I goofed up. He's a local check-in from Course Gold and doesn't hear many other stations there. Anyway, back over to you, Darren. And how was your weekend? Go ahead.
Oh, pretty uneventful. Just kind of hanging out and taking care of business, as it were. Nothing special. Made 1 6-meter contact out to Florida. That was about it.
Only one? Oh, you made 6-meter contact with Hawaii?
No, Florida.
Oh, Florida. That was FT8, huh?
Yeah, that was the method.
Yeah, what time?
Geez, I want to say that was Friday evening.
Okay. Well, I was listening, but I wasn't. Well, I was. What the hell was I doing Friday evening? I think I just shut the radio down. I didn't listen anymore. I turned off of 6 meters about 8 o'clock, and it might have been too early. Too late. I must have missed any opening, or maybe it didn't occur. Maybe nobody got on FT8. I mean on 50.125. That's where I monitor. Anyway, that's a good contact. Are you sure he was in Florida, not just using a Florida call sign?
Oh no, I got it confirmed. Yeah, I'm down to 2 states on 6 to work.
You're up to 2 states, you say?
No, I've got 2 states left for 6-meter WAS.
Oh, good. What are they?
Delaware, Rhode Island.
Oh, well, aren't any hams in Delaware? They're all crooks.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, who would have guessed, huh? No. All right. Good evening to you. Good luck with those. And I think you may have a shot at it in the contest. But that'll be it in the September contest. And if we don't get in the F2 this year, why, you're out of luck for a while till next summer.
Yeah, I tend to agree. What can I say? I did have one for Delaware, but unfortunately he passed away before he got his log uploaded.
Oh, shame. You're talking about Biden, right?
Oh, no, well, no, not quite.
Oh, darn, okay. Okay, I'll let you go, Darren, on that happy note. Let's see, who else do we have? I'm just a little shy of KO6KD. Bill, are you in here?
Yeah, Mike, KO6KD, Bozo 776.
We got you, and pretty good signal, a little wavery, but you're there. You feeling any better?
No, actually, it's kind of touch and go. The heat's kind of getting to me, and then there's other things I won't go into. But thanks for asking. I'm doing the best to try to get by all by myself.
Okay, you said something, but I missed it. Did you say it was your teeth? Your wisdom teeth still bugging you?
No. That's fine. No, it's just my legs, and it's what's going on with my legs, and there are other problems as well. I'm not going to go into it and everything because nobody really cares. But I'm doing the best I can to get by living here all by myself.
Yep, I understand. Okay. Well, we'll look for you in the morning. I'll be there. I think Phil will be there, and we might even hear from AI7 Delta and perhaps others. But I should be there in the morning for a few minutes anyway. Well, good morning for now. KO6KD, K6MYC.
Okay, very good. Thanks for everything. We'll look for you in the morning, 7-3 to you and the rest of the net. KO6KD.
Yeah, and then, of course, we really need you on 222. Our lowest count of all the bands is 222. I'm about 10 short of, well, even 1296. We've been running 14, 15 check-ins here, so I got to have you keep checking in and give a pointy stick to Darren whenever you think you can tolerate it over there to get that 222 station going again. Over.
Well, that's up to him. He's got a lot on his plate, and
I hear you, Phil, saying, I'll get you.
Has gone as far as he can with it. So it may actually have to, he may have to send it in to somebody who knows those things better than they do. So, or the other thing is you can pick those up off of eBay. That's very similar to what he's got for check in with me tomorrow, go to Reno, come back again, and that'll count for 2.
Okay. I didn't quite follow that logic. Give me the beginning of that again. You went into a fade. I hear Phil in here. 884 checked in. Stand by second, Phil. I got you earlier, but stand by. What was the last bit, Bill? I kind of lost the context there.
Yeah, I said tomorrow on 220, check me in, and then go to Reno, and then come back again, and then that way you can check me in twice.
Oh, I got you. Okay, now it makes sense. I couldn't understand what you said. Go to Reno. Why do I not go to Reno? But I don't think the guy in Reno ever checks in on 222, but we do go to Carson City and Gardnerville. Carson City is always there. That's Daniel. And Gardnerville is there intermittently. That's Larry N7 Whiskey Tango. Thanks, Bill. And we'll move on and see if we can catch John, and then we'll go to Redding and see if the boys in Redding are comparable. Our band's in very good shape so far tonight. So we aren't having any problems with anybody so far. 7-3. See you in the morning and then later in the day. KO6KD, K6MYC up to KR6MR. John?
Good evening, Mike. K6MYC in the group. KR6MR. 759. How you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. Just going to keep the antenna on you here a little bit. You're doing fine and good signal. And it was good to hear you. I guess, did you get through on 432 on Thursday?
Very limited. It was, I basically had, I think Paul or Dennis relay and get me checked in.
Okay, but you did get checked in. Well, that's good. That's good. They had 24 check-ins, so it wasn't a bad night. It could have been a couple better, but not all that bad overall. And the guys, a lot of people were helping out down here. So thanks very much for being there. KR6MR, Meadow Vista. I'm going to go for Redding and see if they're hearing me. Judy, where am I pointed? 332, right at Redding. How about that? Right in the front of me. Okay, 7-3 for now, John, and we'll see you tomorrow night on 6 meters for sure. KR6MR, K6MYC.
Okay, 73, and I think Jeff's in there calling you.
Who's calling?
ILX.
Oh, ILX?
6 ILX, bring the mobile.
I got you, ILX 96. Let me get Redding first, if you can hang in there another couple of minutes, Jeff, over.
Okay, standing by.
Okay. Now let's go for Redding, KD6SW. KD6SW and KO6HS in Redding, the area. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie Bozo, Central California. Calling anybody copying me, Rich?
Sure. Yeah, this is 86 shortwave in Redding, number 145. Good evening.
Good evening, 145. Not real strong, but Q5. And I may not be tweaked on you perfectly here, but good to hear you. I wonder if Jerry's in there this evening. Jerry was really, really weak the other day for some reason, much weaker than you were. But let's see if Jerry's in there. KO6HS, K6MYC. Jerry?
Roger, KO6HS 230. A little bit stronger tonight. Propagation's coming up just a bit, so hopefully we're making it down there. Over.
Oh yeah, you're coming up rocking and socking here, Jerry. Good signal. How's things going there? Has the temperature was hot or cool today?
It was another hot one. It was over 100, and we just got out of the pool about 45 minutes ago, so it's actually still 92 out right now. So we're staying warm and it's staying warm outside, and we're trying to stay cool, just tracking right with it. Over.
I hear you. Well, I was in the pool, but about 4 o'clock, about 4:30 to 5, I was in the pool, and it was very nice. But it was 104 here today, so I'm pretty warm. I guess the same temperatures that you're living with, and the nights are very warm also. So the pool is staying very nice and warm even in the daytime. So it's refreshing, but not so you are shocked when you get in. Hi. Great to hear you, Jerry. KO6HS, K6MYC, over.
Roger, yeah, I don't like getting shocked in the pool. I don't like it too cold. I like to keep it warm, so that's much more pleasant. All right, very good there. Well, I won't tempt fate here and going any longer. It sounds like propagation might be changing a little bit. So good to hear you, and we'll get back to you next time. 73KO6HS.
Yeah, let me see. Rob, are you hearing anything from the Redding boys tonight?
I heard a little bit from Rich, but nothing from Jerry.
Okay, give Rich a call. Let's see if he can hear your kilowatt.
KD6SW. KD6SW. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo, Delta Mike 07. Over, over.
Well, I can copy you in there, Rob, calling, but I don't think you're going to be able to hear me. Sometimes you're pretty strong, but not right now. Anyway, thanks for trying. Anyway, over.
Over, Rob. He's got you.
Yeah, I heard some voices in there, but I couldn't make it out. So anyway, that's good. How much power is he running?
150 watts or so, Rich?
How much power? I'm running 100.
About 100.
Okay, well, we're close. I'm hearing some words, but he's kind of right in there with the noise. I can't quite make it out.
Yeah, if you had 6 or 7 or 800 or a kilowatt, you'd be solid in here. You're solid for me right now, Rich. It's up and down, but you keep coming back up again, never going out, so that's a good sign. Thanks, guys. Always a pleasure to hear you, particularly when we can really hear you and converse a little bit here. 73 is KD6SW. We'll look for you tomorrow on 6. We'll look for you tomorrow on 6. So give me some CW if you hear me. KD6SW, KO6HS, 73, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, I'll give it a shot and see what happens there. 73, KD6SW Redding.
73 Redding. Okay, up to you. Let's see, Jeff. I'll move the antenna up a little bit your way. This should be improving. KE6ILX, K6MYC.
We've got GGY also, Mike.
Yeah, sorry. We'll get you in a minute, Phil. I got you logged in anyway. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, you're Q5. It's down a little bit, like S3, S4 for me, so hopefully you're hearing me. Yeah, just rolled in a little while ago. So for the next 2 months, the end of summer here, I'm going to be out at the mining site pretty much every day that I can. So we had a pretty successful day up there. In the water all day. So anyway, good to hear you in there. And I caught bits and pieces as I was driving up the hill, but I have I've got the 9 element on top of the truck right now. It goes up there real fast. So I should be getting decent signal down the valley. Anyway, KE6ILX, Charlie Mike 99.
Okay, very good. Good signal. You're stronger than usual. How about you, Rob? Can you copy Jeff tonight?
Yeah, for the most part, probably 95%.
Are you hearing Rob there with his 1500 watts, Jeff?
Yeah, I hear him in there most of the time. He seems to be a little down. I might not be pointed right in the right direction. I just got, I got the F-150 here with ladder rack and the antenna above it. So I'm hearing him in there though. He's Q5.
Okay, very good. So you're still sloosh mining underneath the bottom of the ponds and stuff. You're doing good on that, huh?
Yeah, technically I'm running a mercury recovery unit. Any gold I happen to find, that's a byproduct and I'm allowed to keep it.
You're mainly going for mercury?
Let me say, hint. We're not allowed to dredge for gold, but if I'm running a mercury recovery unit and I happen to get gold, then I'm okay.
Okay, got it, hint. Sorry, I thought that was the case, but I was being a little dense here. Apologies. Got it. Well, it sounds like you had a good day getting all that mercury stuff taken care of there. Great to hear you. Thanks for checking in. And, of course, we'll look for you tomorrow night on whatever band. Do you have 220 in the car?
Not normally. I could put it in, but actually the 220 antenna I got from you, it's quite a long antenna, so, and I have all of my bigger Yagis. They're all down on the ground. Everything is down because I'm back and forth on whether I'm going to put just a single power up until we move or just keep operating from the car. So for now, maybe I'll just put one up and hook up to it with the truck.
Yeah, put it up next to where you park your car, and then you just drag the feed line over if you've got something in the car. Okay. Well, we need you on 220 just from a queue count, and of course it would be wonderful to have you on for the contest weekend, September 10. 220 is always the roughest band to get points, and it's a good point band for people. So if you can manage something on 220 for that contest weekend, second weekend of September, that would be fabulous. Over.
Yeah, I've got the transverter, and then I've got the TE Systems high output. It's like 250 watts on 222. So if I put that on the air, then it should do good. And maybe I can cut that antenna down and retune it. I've got the cross polarized 15. It's a little bit long for the vehicle, so I could probably just take some of the elements off the front and retune it. It should work.
Yeah, that would work. Drop it down to a 2M, 220, 210 easy. I think that's about 11 feet long. Is that too long?
No, that's perfect. That's what the other ones are.
Yeah, maybe you just download the dimensions for the 222 10 and see if you can match that up. It come out pretty darn close anyway. All right, good. If I can help you, let me know, or if Robert can help you at the plant with some pieces or some quick hints, let us know. 73 KE6ILX, great to hear you. K6MYC.
Yeah, I got to get down there and see you guys here again soon. So anyway, 73.
Yeah, well, of course, you're always welcome.
Boy, Jeff, you came way up on that one, KM6SR.
Yeah, you're up to like S7, S8 on that one. That was good. So the band is up and down.
Okay. Is there anybody else in the Sacramento area before we go to Nevada? Keep those guys up any later. They'll be having to get up in the morning to work us here. K6MYC.
WA6HNA 1013.
Okay, 1013, and of course, I got Phil in there, and I keep forgetting to get Phil in here. WA6HNA, you take it. Why don't you try turning it to Phil and see if he's still listening? Over.
Yeah, I'm probably smoking him out of his room right now. We're not too far from each other. Hey, good evening, Mike, K6MYC, WA6HNA. Two things to report. The solar system with your old panels is now all officially up and running. We've got all 14 panels up on the side of the hill, and the conduit's been run and hooked up. And that thing is producing good power. It's got a great southern exposure. Boy, it made a huge difference to get it up out of his driveway onto the side of the hill. So that's number one. And the second thing is we're all set to do an installation over at Phil's house now. Got all the equipment working properly. So we're in good shape there. So we just have to figure out a time to schedule it. He's busy and I'm busy now for the next couple of weeks. So we'll find a time to squeeze it in and do a quick tower climb for him. Back to you.
Okay, very good. We're supposed to turn it to Phil. Phil, are you still there? WB6GGY. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, we're still here. WB6GGY, and everybody's loud and clear. And the guy that has looking for mercury, I got to talk to you tomorrow about that, seeing as how I've got a surplus of it. WB6GGY in Greater Twain Hart.
Do you want to call Jeff on the phone?
Negative, not at this point, but we'll get some help from you on that later.
Okay, you know what he was talking about, right?
No, I really don't. I couldn't hear anything besides your half of the conversation.
Oh, well, we better talk. Maybe I can discuss it with you at a different time in the morning for a second. Over.
Roger on that.
Mercury is a surname for something else. Over.
Oh, okay.
A different color.
Understood. All right, WB6GGY.
Okay, we'll see you in the morning, Phil.
We'll look for you then, WB6GGY.
And I hope you can get together with Greg sometime this week for a few minutes when he comes over and get that thing hooked up. Even if it's in a crude format, it's at least over there for you.
Yeah, we understand. We're working on it. Greg's done all the work, but I'm standing by for a couple of doctor appointments here. So Greg's all ready to go, and I'm the holdup here. WB6GGY.
Understand. Okay. Very good. Okay, and Greg, thanks very much for checking in. By the way, you're way down tonight from compared to Phil. Maybe you don't have the amp on. You don't need any more power. I'm comping you, but you're way down from Phil. Greg, over.
Okay. Well, that's because he's actually talking to you when you're pointed at him today. I kept telling him, hold off, Phil. Wait, not yet. No, okay. Now call him, Phil. Anyway, yeah, you're used to hearing him when you're talking to the Bay Area. And he's got a clear shot at you. Even though he's, 15 miles north of me, he's also 1,000 feet above me, and he just gets over the ridge that I've got right behind me. So, hey, I'd expect him to normally beat me out. So there you go. Anyway, Mike, I'll keep you posted. I've got some photos for you here. I'll send those off. I got some more from before that with the new solar panel array that he's got up, ground mounted. He built his own mount, the whole works. Looks great. So I was I'm pretty proud of what Chris did up there. I told him he did a great job. So it looks good and it's working fantastic. So that's the best part. All right, I won't hold you up. No, you want to get to Reno. No, I guess you got Sacramento to do, too. Anyway, maybe it's Reno. Oh, well. K6MYC, WA6HNA, rambling along.
Well, I'm glad that the solar panels worked out, at least that you didn't have to spend money for those. You probably got a few pennies in all the other stuff, wire and connectors and stanchions and whatever else. I know it isn't cheap, but at least the panels are up and running, and hopefully they'll continue. They were good quality panels. They're just getting old. And still, like you say, you get them up in a clear, good sunlight, and they still produce a lot of power. So I'm happy for him. I'm very pleased that they're being put to good service, and somebody's getting some blood out of the turnip up there. The turnip in the sky, huh? All right. Take care, guys. K6MYC, one last call in the Sacramento Valley area. K6MYC, Bozo Net. Anybody else? Okay, I should go to Reno, Carson City, Gardnerville. Here we go. Okay. Boy, oh boy. Richard, you've been very quiet tonight. KD6BQ, K6MYC. Quiet because he isn't there. But KE7UQL, Daniel, are you sleeping on the floor or are you awake?
272 is awake, over.
I got your 272. You're a little weak, but I'll find you. Anyway, good to hear you. Thanks for calling in. Who else have you heard up there tonight? Over. Sorry I'm late. Over.
I have not heard anyone else. Over. We're suffering from monsoon season. Rain and wind and thunder and lightning. Over.
Yeah, we have the same thing here. We didn't have monsoon rains from that standpoint. We had a little bit of rain, a lot of thunder and lightning. We had about 5 fires within 10 miles of us here from the lightning hits, but they got them out very quickly. But a little bit of rain. It rained from 2 o'clock to about 4 o'clock, on and off, very, very big drops, but far apart. I would say we had 12 inches of rain. The drops were 12 inches apart. Over.
Right, we got 12 inch rain. To a big wind today. Totally out. Over.
I'm having a heck of a time with you tonight. You actually went down to the noise on that one, but partly because I was moving the antenna, trying to find a good spot for you. Let me just see if Eric is there in Reno. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, K6MYC calling. Are you around, Eric? I do not hear Eric. Do you hear anything from Eric, Daniel? Okay, just give me, I think it's a negative. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Is that it? Nothing, nothing, nothing from Victor Alpha Charlie?
Relay KM6SRR.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, he said he was hearing nothing from Eric up there. And he said Burning Man got dusted out today, I guess. So that was his other traffic, over.
Who?
I think it's Burning Man. Isn't that a spot where they get together and do some radio or something? Kind of like oh, not a conference. I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay. Burning Man Festival. I never heard of it. Judy knows what it is. But it got rained out, they say?
A lot of wind, I think he said. Dusted out.
Okay. Yeah, well, it was kind of turbulent weather all over California. I guess everybody got their share of it. Anyway, Daniel, really tough copy here. Rob's copying a little better through the stream than I'm getting with the ears on the speaker here. But good to hear you. I'll look for you tomorrow on 222 with a roaring signal. KE7UQL, K6MYC. Go ahead.
Yes, Roger. You are up now. Your signal is way up right now. So, okay, we'll look for you tomorrow on 222, and we'll survive the rain and thunder and lightning, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. How did you move from your shack to mine in 10 seconds? I can't figure that out.
Oh, it looks that way at times. Once in a while, I get lucky, over.
Yeah, it's sure flaky tonight. I think the band is now finally changing. We've had wonderful condition with hardly any weak signals at all tonight. But you've been the first one that we've had any missing verbiage from. So, but anyway, you came way up that time, just roared into the shack here. So the band's all over the place. It doesn't know what it's going to do. Rob, are you doing any better with Daniel? Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, that last transmission, he was in my driveway, I'd swear. Yep. Sounded good, Daniel. KE7UQL, KM6SRR.
Roger that, Rob. KM6SRR, KE7UQL. Thanks for the relay.
Roger, no problem. Yeah, you've gone down again now, but I'm still copying you.
Okay, 7-3, Daniel. We'll see you tomorrow night on 222. Thanks much. KE7UQL, K6MYC. I guess we can go get Eddie, huh?
Roger, Roger. K6MYC,
7-3.
7-3, Daniel, KM6SR. Yeah, Mike, I'll go down and see if we can get Eddie.
Okay, I'll stop at the Bay Area for just one more call here. Bay Area.
289.
Bay Area. Anybody left about W6PQL, K6MYC. Yours in the Bay Area, Bozo Net. Last call. Last call. Missed. Late or missed? K6MYC. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie. Calling the Bay Area. One last call. K6MYC Bozo Net 2 meters.
W6PQL.
Oh, there you are. By golly. 1296. Thanks for coming in, Bill. Jim, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Yeah, I called in earlier, but I got covered up by locals calling you when you called for the Bay Area. I had other things to do, so I figured I'd catch you on the way back. And everything okay over there aside from the lightning and the fires?
Yeah, well, we didn't have anything significant. We had lots of lightning and lots of noises, and it would have been bright if it had been nighttime because it was very close, but little fires, 10-acre stuff, nothing major. And luckily we have so many good fire people here with water all around us there's 2 or 3 lakes that they can get stuff from in a matter of 2 or 3 minutes in 3 different directions. So water for dousing big little fires like that is pretty easy to come by. Anyway, otherwise, pretty quiet weekend. Judy and I are just trying to survive the heat. It's 104 here today.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot warmer than it was here. It was 83. It was really on the pleasant side. We just had that really hot day a couple of days ago. I think it was Monday. And it was 100 degrees here in Fremont, a little bit warmer than that in Livermore where I was playing golf. That was quite an experience. Yeah, normally that game is best played in moderate weather, high 70s, low 80s, that kind of thing. I'm just not used to weather quite that hot. And that's funny coming from a guy that was born in San Bernardino, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you get older, you're not it's not as much fun to work or play hard in the sun. When you're young and dumb and full of you-know-what, you got numb from the neck both ways, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Well, these days I'm paying for being young and dumb. You know, I moved out of there when I was 10. We moved to Virginia for about a year before we moved back to California. My dad had a job connected with the Navy. And, you know, you'd go out there with a butch haircut, which is basically a shaved head. And you'd be in 100-degree weather, and it didn't bother you very much, but the sun took its toll on your scalp, and that shows up many years later. So I've been treated the last couple of years for these little things that pop up on my scalp, but nothing developed in anything, that is yet. But anyway, I'm paying for it now, I guess. The freeze bottle is very active when I go in and see the dermatologist.
Same here. I know about that for years and years. Okay. Well, good to have you in here. Sorry I missed you earlier, but glad we caught you on the tail end here. Golf is like, it should be played in the weather similar to what you should be getting for a golf score. If you're playing in 70-degree weather, you should get shooting in the 70s and 80s the same way and so on. When it gets to be 90 and 100, your score goes to hell, doesn't it?
Well, it goes to 90 and 100 when it's hot like that.
That's what I say. It just tracks the temperature. So you got to play golf when it's 69 out there.
Really? Yeah. Well, I did an 88 out there at Poppy Ridge. They've redone that course, and I don't like it probably because I'm just used to the way it was, but I think I didn't like it because it was so hot out there that day. But anyway, 88's probably pretty good for that course. It's a little bit tougher. See you later, Mike. Have a good one. And let's see, this is Sunday night, so we'll see you on tomorrow on 222. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Yep, look forward to it. I'm trying to get more people back on 222 and see if we can break that 15 number. We got 1296 banging around 24, 25, and 432 pushing toward 30. That we're doing pretty good, but the damn 222, unfortunately, people keep passing away, Jim.
WB6. I know. I was.
I hear you breaking. Hang on.
Yeah, I was just going to comment that I mentioned that to Rob the other day. He sent out a bunch of silent key listings, and I put them in there. I didn't have very many new ones to put in. I think only 1 or 2. But just a whole passel of silent keys he was catching up on. So that's not good. New blood. We need it.
Yeah, okay. Somebody broke in underneath you. Who's the other check-in, please? Kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee, Charlie and Company.
Yes, WB6J.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Good to hear you. I'm not pointed at you, but it must be close enough. I'm hearing you're 15 watts, or did you give me more power tonight? Over.
No, still 10 watts. I haven't got that amp switch around fixed yet.
Well, we've got good conditions tonight, so it's probably the reason I'm hearing you very good. I won't keep you, but thanks very much for checking in here. Have you been waiting a long time, or did you just come back in the shack to see if we're going to come back? Over.
Well, I stayed around earlier, and then you delayed getting started, so I took a walk with my daughter around the block and came back, and you were still down there in the Southland somewhere, so I was going to come back out, and I went and did something, and then I forgot about it, I guess. But anyway, I was surprised when I came in and you were still talking to the guys up north there. But anyway, your S9 a little bit. WB6JNN.
Okay, good. Solid copy. So the band is stable, at least in your direction. It was really up and down for Nevada tonight. Nevada was the worst of all. Many times that's not the case. Many times I hear Nevada better than I hear some of the Bay Area stations. Anyway, 7-3, Jim, and we'll look for you tomorrow night on 222. Hopefully you can make that. 7-3, my friend. Thanks very, very much for keeping up with your consistent check-in on my progress here. Sorry we were so slow tonight. Lazy night, I guess, and it's very hot. We should get out of here. It's 100 in the shack, I think, even with the air conditioning blowing on our legs here. WB6JNN 285 K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike, real good. And, yeah, well, like Jim said, oftentimes you get distracted by local guys, and sometimes we just sort of wander away. It wasn't the case tonight, though. I just got tied up with something with the people in the house and never got back out here, and by that time you guys were long gone. WB6JNN.
Okay, well, good evening again. We're going to go south and look for one more check-in that sometimes comes in from Porterville, and then we'll be getting out of here. Good night for now, Jim. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. WB6JNN K6MYC. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Okay, Rob, give him a call.
KE6BK, Eddie, you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KE6BK, this is KM6SR with K6MYC, standing by. KE6BK, I hope we're not too late for you, or a little later than normal.
I don't hear him. Is there anybody else down there about KB6RQU or N6SWR or anybody else in the South Valley here? South San Joaquin Valley, QRZ, K6MYC, 2-meter Bozo Net. I guess life's too good around that Lake Isabella area. We can't seem to keep those people on the air. They come up, they check in, and then they never come back.
Yep, I guess it's, I don't know. It's hot there.
Yes, it is. They do have a lake. Okay, I'm out of here. You want to make it? Did you get a quick count, Judy? You got a count on this?
I got 36.
36.
Okay, hang on, let me count. How about that? 36 it is. And I kind of messed up tonight with Dave, K6EBG. I talked to him on the old-time radio net here while you were over at Tascadero or thereabouts, and he asked me to check him in.
Well, I got him checked in here. I heard him, and I called him, and I responded to him, but I said, hang on. He always calls in when we're talking to somebody far out, and he can't hear him.
Yep, and he can't take it out in the heat very much either, so I understand.
Yeah, no, anyway, we got him, so that was the main thing. Thank you. We're going to feed the kiddies one more time, and we're out of here. See you tomorrow. KM6SRR, K6MYC with K6USY in Las Vegas, shutting off the telephone.
He may have already gone to bed, Mike, getting ready for the big conference tomorrow.
Yep, could be. 7-3.
Okay, 7-3, Mike and Judy, K6MYC, KM6SRR. Is John, K6MI still on?